Welcome back. We're in the interval of the afternoon show here at the Ham, and I'm glad to say I'm with George Sansome and Matt Quinn, who you've just seen putting on an absolutely fantastic set. Really entertaining, fun set, chaps, by the way.
Thank you very much.
It's nice to see something. It's nice to see a few songs about people not going off to sea and drowning and their girlfriends crying a lot.
We do our best. Please. We aim to please.
We do have a few of those as well, though.
Well, it's compulsory, really, isn't it? Yeah. I really enjoyed the song about the misaddressed letter going off to America, by the way.
Thank you.
That was a work of genius. Are you planning to write a few more about generally inefficient public services?
Who knows, maybe. I didn't write that one, but who knows, I might add some to the canon at some point, maybe.
That would be fun. Matt, especially, I have to say, you are, I have to declare that Matt is an unknown, magnificent, incredibly talented dancer at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on top of a mountain, 2 o'clock in the morning, rather, on top of a mountain.
It was early in the morning.
I hear you were teaching all my colleagues how to dance last night, Twinkle Toes.
Yes, myself and a friend of mine ended up in a set with some of your crew, and that was good fun. That was great fun. Yeah, really enjoyed that.
Well, you say it was. How do you said you haven't been working together for very long. You've both had very successful sort of careers elsewhere and with other people in all sorts of other organisations, dipping in and out. How did you two get together? What brought you together, George?
Well, I say we've not been working together for long in public, but we actually started playing together just before lockdown. So we knew each other from various bands on the scene, and then one day Matt just sort of said, "Oh, I'm thinking about, it'd be nice to play some things together." And I said, "Do you know what? I've been thinking the same thing." And so it was just a gradual and natural kind of coming together, and then over lockdown, we got together and rehearsed, and then eventually we were ready to do some gigs, once the world opened up. But,
and you've got this album out, which you're flogging here today. I'm sorry, I've taken you away from the merch stall, but you're flogging very successfully. Tell us a little about the album, Matt.
So it's called Sheffield Park, which is one of the songs we played, and yeah, it's just a collection of traditional folk songs, aside from My Son in America, the Postal Service one. Just a collection of traditional folk songs that we really enjoy singing. A mixture of ones with songs with the mandolin and the guitar, and a handful of ones with no instruments, just the unaccompanied songs with the two-part harmony. And they're just songs we really like. I mean, there's no real sort of theme to it, in a sense. We just great songs. And
this is a slightly rude question. Are you going to stay together?
Yes, that's the plan. We love working together, and it's a constant process, finding new songs, getting new material, and we've got some tours planned for this year, next year. So we're just going to keep doing it as long as people want to listen to us. Yeah.
I suppose half the sort of joy of folk is that you can be independent. You can bob in and out of different outfits and work with different people, and come back in and come back out. It's a very sort of polygamous kind of genre, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. It's everyone loves playing with everyone. If you take my meaning, and it's a really lovely thing.
Yeah, and it informs your playing. Really influences you playing with different people. I feel like it's the only way to get better is to play with different people, and you learn so much. I've learned so much from singing and playing with Matt. It's like that. Every project you do, you take something away from it.
Matt, you are now obliged to say what you've learned from George.
Many, many things. I learned so much that are unbroadcastable things.
The secret knowledge.
Knowledge. But no, seriously, likewise. They say the secret in forming a band is to surround yourself with people better than you, because you really have to push yourself to be better. And I feel as if I've improved my singing and my instrumental playing and my musical mind just by the fact that our arrangements come from, it's not just I bring a song and I've already worked out an arrangement and I want him to play some guitar on it. The arrangements come from both of us. We bounce ideas off each other, and we even help each other write each other's harmony lines, so that it's not just I've come up with something. It's the harmony lines are a product of both our minds as well.
Yeah.
And that way it's a real duo in that sense. In the
pure collaboration.
It's a pure collaboration. Yeah. I think that's the secret of our so far success.
It's not a secret. It's not a secret anymore. But it's the collaboration in the conception of the art, if I can be grand about it, as well as the execution of it, as it were.
Absolutely. I mean, we're both solo artists, but we're very conscious that we didn't want to sound like two solo artists just playing together and just playing each other's songs. We wanted it to be, a new sound that is kind of things that we both love brought together. So.
You're both quite young lads. Have you both been playing since toddlerhood?
Well, I've been playing. My parents are very musical. I've only been into folk music since I was about 13, but I had a musical upbringing. But Matt goes way back.
I do. So my father is performing here this very day and this very week.
Better give him a name check.
Dan Quinn, the mighty Dan Quinn, and so folk music was in the home for me. It was in the house growing up, and I didn't actually get involved in folk music myself until I was in my mid-teens. But I learned violin from the age of 5, and mandolin from the age of 14. Been playing melodeon since I was 18. Been playing the concertina since I was 22. I'm now 33, and but I didn't start playing folk music till I was in my early teens. And then Sidmouth Folk Festival helped with that. The Shooting Roots, the Shooting Roots youth organisations were very instrumental in me becoming interested in playing folk music. And so I've been around folk music all my life, but only been playing maybe since teenhood.
Early 30s is embryonic in folk terms. George, you mentioned in there, I think you were half joking, but I think you were more than half serious, that one of your favourite bands is the Spice Girls.
I like music in all its forms, and that includes pop music.
Anybody who denies that is lying, incidentally. But there's plenty of room for crossover and exchange.
Yeah, I mean, I don't exclusively listen to folk music. I think there's a whole world of music out there to enjoy. And on a purely sort of, personal musical growth level, I think you can learn so much from all the different genres, and every genre of music has something to tell you. People sneer at pop music, but there's so much to learn.
No, we don't. We love it.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's great. And, a 3-minute song that tells you everything it needs to tell you and makes you feel a certain way, folk songs can be like that as well, so...
Why is Sidmouth? Why is this place so important to you, to the folk world, to everybody who comes here? What's so special here?
Well, I literally have been coming here since I was in the womb. I'm 33. This is my 31st Sidmouth Folk Festival. I only missed 2 years back in the noughties, and it's just a wonderful event. Other festivals are great. They happen in fields, and it's a real community. Everyone comes to this field and becomes a community. But this festival, and at least one more I can think of, they take over the whole town. I mean, the town still happens, but the town becomes the festival. And
it's an army of occupation, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And although there's a marquee here for the big gigs and a marquee up on the hill for the late night Cayleys and stuff, all the other venues are already existing buildings in the town, and we come in and we invade. But it's a nice invasion. It's a lovely thing.
It's a bringing together of people, I think. And so we find that as touring musicians, it can be quite an isolating job. And so a lot of your friends are on the circuit, but you never see them because you're always doing gigs at the same time. So when it's Sidmouth, and you can see your friends from not just your local area, but friends from the other side of the country, different countries, and it's just, you can't walk 100 yards down the street without seeing someone and having a chat. It's wonderful.
And sometimes if you're at a festival in a field, you've got to do your work and then sort of hang out somewhere else and then go. But here, if you spend a couple of days here, you can really have a nice social time as well. We've been playing today. Tomorrow I'm going to have lunch with someone that I haven't seen for a couple of years, and that is all part of the festival vibe, and it's wonderful.
And you can get to listen to other acts for a change and enjoy all that, and an awful lot of them. And right now we're going to go back into the marquee here on the Ham. Very many thanks, chaps.
Thank you very much. Thank you.